This video will present a brief overview of the scapular anastomoses. To start, we will draw the major arterial blood supply to the upper limb. This vessel is continuous but has three different names. First, it is called the subclavian artery, then the axillary, and then the brachial artery. The defining boundary between these portions are the lateral border of the first rib and the inferior border of teres major. This continuous artery has several branches which will anastomose with each other. Let's add them now. Originating from the subclavian, we have the thyrocervical trunk. This gives several branches, one of which is the suprascapular artery. This artery will run just superior to the superior transverse scapular ligament. It will run into the supraspinous fossa, then under the acromion process and into the infraspinous fossa. Another branch of the subclavian is the dorsal scapular artery. Sometimes this may instead arise from a branch of the thyrocervical trunk. It runs along the medial border of the scapula, deep to the rhomboid minor and rhomboid major. We will now look at a branch of the axillary artery. This is the subscapular artery. This branches almost immediately into the circumflex scapular artery and the thoracodorsal artery. You may now be able to appreciate three areas where these vessels have an overlapping region of supply, also known as an anastomosis. These are here between the suprascapular and circumflex scapular arteries, here between the circumflex scapular and dorsal scapular arteries, and here between the dorsal scapular and thoracodorsal arteries. So what is the significance of these anastomoses? Well, they will act as an additional route for blood to reach the distal part of the upper limb in the event that the subclavian or axillary arteries are injured or narrowed. Let us demonstrate this. Here is the normal blood flow. Now, if the subclavian or axillary artery was to narrow, for example due to arteriosclerosis or trauma, the blood would no longer be able to reach the distal part of the limb via the normal route. And instead, it will follow the path of least resistance, utilizing the anastomoses to reach the limb. I hope this video has aided in your understanding of the scapular anastomoses. Thank you for watching.